Got to get the quick ones out of the way. What's up, folks? Well, I mean, if it was perfect, it's an hour, 6 minutes, but I already talked to her. And if the beer is open and still drinking, I can finish that beer if it goes past a little bit, but it can't be a real long stream. So hope everybody is doing well. I have no complaints. That's all I can say. What I do have to do is take a drink of this. Cheers.
What a cute little baby.
Can you say hi on my stream real quick?
He said, nope. I just jumped up.
Come here. Real quick. Just for a second.
She's not like, what the fuck?
Now, this is midnight. Oh, a little lick for you guys.
Ew, and her blinky eyes.
Very pretty girl. She wants to lay down with her mom right now, so I'm not going to hold her hostage, but this is a baby kitty right here. Another lick. You got 2 licks. That's good luck. Now you can take a nap. Good job. So proud. So proud. I've never been more proud of my cat. I had another cat come in. I was talking on miscellaneous earlier, but I woke up. Well, I got woke up by her at like 7:30 in the morning, and my grandfather thought midnight had somehow gotten out and let a cat in that was an all-black cat, and it wasn't midnight. So I went down, and I was like, I looked over before I left. I'm like, okay, midnight's right here, so it's not midnight. I didn't know if he was fucking with me or what, but went downstairs, and lo and behold, a black cat, about the same size as Midnight, but younger and doesn't weigh as much, and a male, because I was like, what are you doing? And it went, meh. It was just the weirdest, like, low, grumbly fucking meow I've ever heard from a cat. And I was like, what are you doing inside my house right now? So I picked him up, I put him on the stove. Stove was not on, obviously. That sounds weird, but the stove wasn't on. And he was just kind of checking everything out, walking around where the island is in the kitchen and everything. And I was like, man, I feel bad. I want to keep it. But I got some water for it in a bowl that I put outside, and I gave it some of Midnight's food, dry food, put it out there. So really weird morning.
And then to top it off,
Doubtfire.
Hey, Doubtfire and in the chat. But to top it off, the crows, when we came back up here, we were just about to lay down, and the crows just started crying. They were like, it sounded like a tornado siren going off.
Angie said cheers. What's up, Miss Angie?
Hey, Angie.
Like I said, we got till midnight, but if I have a beer that is opened and I'm drinking it, I'm able to go surpass it a little bit before that. So,
well,
once that hits, then that'll be the last one.
Understood.
I feel like that's fair. If that's what she's asking for, that's a simple obligation that I can go with. Nothing wrong with that. Score is 4-3 Edmonton.
Woohoo! Elbow!
Edmonton fucking took the lead, really? Right when I turned the game off. I got to check it real quick.
Don't you
not that I'm doubting you.
Don't you dare turn it back on if the Edmonton are up. Don't you?
By the way, Miss Angie Kelly, that's my mother. So I don't know if you know that or not. That's what, Twilight, I'm not sure why you don't have a wrench. I'll fix that real quick.
Yes, my goodness. She best answer.
Let's fix that. There you go. Next comment. You'll be. Well, I think it's more so just certain people because I go live later usually, and a lot of people are just not around. That's why, people that are on miscellaneouses or bounties, and they probably sleep when I'm alive. A lot of them, so that's why they're not modded. But it'll be you are now modded, Twilight. So your next comment, you'll see that.
Cheers.
That is a hell of a comeback. If it stays that way, I think I thought the series was over once I saw. Yeah, more than welcome, Miss Twilight. You've always been respectful. When I saw that Florida's up 3-0 after the first. I was like, this series is real bad.
Yeah. Last one was 6-1. Here we go. 3-0.
Yeah, it looked, the writing was on the wall, but whatever I need to know what was said in that locker room before the second
line must be drawn here. This far, no further.
I think there were a lot of
you will make them pay for what they've done.
You know, there were a lot of expletives being sent out during that intermission. You know,
the line. I would love to have been a
fly on the wall,
fly on the coach's shoulder, or
there you go, even closer. Yeah,
just like, boys, this is the line in the fucking sand. Right? Even if they lose this game, like, put up a fight, put up a fucking fight, and they have, right? They are.
They put up a fight. They're about to win the damn thing. It's more than
right.
You know,
that's what I say. Even make a game out of it. Fuck yes. And a series.
If now, see, this completely switched. I thought the series. I had said earlier, if they went up 3-1, I could see Edmonton winning game 5 at home and making it 3-2. But I didn't see them coming back to 4 even though to win. If they even it up, they have home ice now, and that makes it just so much more dangerous.
And a bunch of momentum after losing the 6-1. Come back and give me this.
This is exactly what's happening with Indiana and Oklahoma City in basketball. Like, Indiana took the lead yesterday 2-1. Now we play again at home tomorrow night.
Mr. Levi.
We can go up 3-1. What's going on, Levi? Cheers, brother. We can go up 3-1, and then we take home court, because then game 5 again, same thing. Game 5 in Oklahoma City is going to be loud as hell, and that's going to be tough to win. But game 6, you come back to Indianapolis. So this game 4 is imperative for Indiana to get. Just like Edmonton looks like they have a good shot at getting this one.
Do you mind if I send you a message on the messenger thingy? Cool. Yeah. I'll be all clear. I was gonna put it in the private chat, but if anybody joins later, they might say. Anyway,
I'm excited for these. Are both really good series to end the year with 2 teams that are equally matched in hockey and basketball. It's a good way to finish the season off. Hell, I'm entertained. If y'all aren't, I don't know what to tell you. I'm entertained.
Are you not entertained?
There you go. Exactly.
This is not what you came for.
That's what I fucking came for. Indiana's going nuts right now. The whole state. It's all Pacers.
116 to 107. That's fuck all.
And you know the crazy part? We ended up winning by 9. We went into the fourth quarter down 5.
Yeah.
Outscored them by 14 in the fourth quarter.
Not all that dissimilar to at least what's happening tonight in a way. Although down by
you know that here, I don't know exactly how much time left, but Florida's about to go empty net. So shit's gonna get real wild at the end. I love the empty net situations, man. It's so fun to watch. Because you got people that don't know what holy shit, Florida tied it.
Yes. Oh my God.
Florida fucking tied it.
The plot fucking thickens.
It was 4-3. Now it is.
Fucking
man. Wow.
I can't believe it.
Well, there's only
17 seconds.
17 seconds left, yeah.
Fuck off. No. That's exactly what happened in game 1 to Edmonton. They were down. They tied it up with fuck all left in the game and won in overtime. Oh my God. Overtime.
What just happened right here?
Overtime. Fucking overtime. Oh my God. I can't take it.
I don't know if they're reviewing something because it's not. Oh, never mind.
Oh, just sure.
I think it is. It's not showing it official yet. I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
End of regulation. It's 4-4. Yep.
Okay.
They're going to overtime, and it's funny. Well, look at the app. It shows the Zambonis flying around. You see them?
That's
4-4, man. You're getting, hey, at least you are getting your money's worth, you know? Like,
Oh, if you're in that stadium tonight,
yeah,
more hockey, fucking hell, right? Oh, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, but I was too late. I noticed it too late. Now
you're
it's 1, 2,
you're
3.
hey, stop it counts. Stop it counts.
Thank you.
I got to get working on drinking the beer because I don't have as long as I usually do on here. So let's go get another one.
Efficiency, yes. Highly economical. Mm.
How have you been, Doubtfire? You been good?
Yeah. We one of my wife's high school friends, like she died recently, but it was
I need you to send this if you can.
it's somebody who was really, really sick.
Bottom. Oh, let me get this.
Funerals are the shits.
I heard you talking about
I helped my wife and her friends. They got together to write their tributes and the like, and they were quite certain that I say it that way too. Twilight, yeah, for all.
I hate funerals, man. I mean, I don't think anyone enjoys them. Obviously, it's not like a grandiose statement that I'm saying, but I mean,
I never ever, and I've had to do it twice now, and it's not something I ever sit behind a mother and father in a funeral, and
tough.
It's
tough.
not.
I had to walk out of my great, and I'm talking about my great grandmother. Like I was there, and I was there for the, everyone walking in and everything before the actual service began. And once the service began, I told my grandma, which was her daughter, I was like, I don't think I can do this shit. It's like, I really don't. And she was like, babe, you need to walk out or something, you can. And I walked out and went into the car and just blasted music and was so pissed off, man. I don't handle it well. My own death is inevitable. That's just part of life. But seeing the people around me like that, man, I just don't handle that well because I get real emotional and pissed. And
I can't imagine how Nan Thornell, my maternal grandmother, mom is still here, but her youngest son, my Uncle Reg, he died in 2009, like 3 days after my first child was born.
Wow.
But his life expectancy, that's what it was apparently.
Yeah.
With he had Downs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mom was
some of the nicest people you could ever meet, by the way, man. They're so fucking they're so loving, man. I love it.
Pure. Mom worked for, there's a society here in St. John's. It's called the Vera Berlin Society. Wow. They do basically vocational training for people with intellectual disabilities. So we've grown up, and there's all these social activities, and you want to talk about like unconditional joy and appreciation.
Dude,
there it is.
It puts a smile on my face every time I see that. Just like when I see
it's pure and honest, just the absence of deception of any kind. Like it's
right. There you go. Up shit.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Never mind those messages, Doubtfire. I'm not going live. One of my buddies is live. I'm going to hang out there. So,
okay.
If you want to join us, you're welcome to.
Cool.
That was funny.
What happened?
What, did my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, she.
Is it, Oh,
Yeah, she's good. She's good now. Her potassium was low. It was like it was at like 3 and supposed to be at no lower than a 3.5.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So,
Electrolyte imbalance. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's giving her heart palpitations. She thought she was having a heart attack, and cold sweats, and
oh,
and stomach
Yeah.
all messed up too from it. So she got up there and they done
Bananas.
all the tests and found out and she's stressed out too now. So
you're damn right. Oh my Lord.
yeah,
I
she thought she was having a heart attack.
I sent a note to Mr. KC. I'm like, that was 3 hours ago, and I just noticed. Oh shit, is everything all right?
Well, that's what you were messaging me. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
you. I hadn't checked it because
thank goodness. All right.
we seen an accident where they had one side of the main highway shut all the way down, and it's 4-lane, and there's all kind of stuff going on out there. And right there is a place where there's a big culvert where water goes through. Dude, it was raining like crazy. I fear that someone hydroplaned right there and went off in that damn flooded water and took them on down. So it's probably recovery water. They got it closed and stuff. All the lights there. There's no wee woos going on. There's people. They're recovering bodies. That was on the way home, halfway back on the same road. I just went through there to go get Ginger.
Yeah. Ooh.
2 for $5. I bought 2.
Hydroplaning is no joke because you literally happy 11/11. This is where everyone makes a wish. I'll get mine out the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Hydroplaning is so dangerous because you literally have no control over the vehicle at that point. Once that happens, it doesn't matter. You can be the best driver in the world. You cannot control it. And
you're in
God's hands at that point. Whatever happens, you're in God's hands.
You were in a vehicle. Now you're in a missile.
Yeah.
Whose kinetic energy is no longer up to you. I hit my brakes on. Rick Moranis is confirmed, and Bill Pullman. Yes, sir. I am so excited. Rick Moranis.
And
that's all I need. Although I felt the same way about the new Star Wars when they said Luke Skywalker was going to be in it. So that was never mind. Don't do that, Doubtfire. You learned about this movie. Don't shit all over it. They know. Oh my God.
You take a drink here, Doubtfire?
Sure.
Doubtfire don't drink. We were chugging earlier. Hell, I was miscellaneous. I said, hey, I waited. Said something else silly. I waited. Said something else. Angie said, cheers, Manny. I sat there. I said, hey, man. Angie, I waited. Oh, well, you was chugging and doing other stuff. Like I watched miscellaneous. He looked in there. Here's what miscellaneous done. He looked there and he went,
oh, I don't know.
I was like, oh, okay. I'm being ignored. All right, I'm out. Later.
Okay.
He didn't even acknowledge me. He didn't even acknowledge. He didn't see me in the chat talking to him. And KC come up there and said, Bounty wanted to tell you, say, hey, it's with his wife. Oh, he's in the chat. Well, I said, all right, we still ain't saying, hey, all right. I know when I'm not welcome. Been here 50 years.
I wasn't able to see the chat for 2 reasons. One, I was on the phone, and right when I got off the phone, the hockey game was back on. So I wasn't able to see any of the chat.
You were gone. I just stepped in. You said that you're hanging out miscellaneous, and I just got there when I got your message.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk to you in the chat, and I was like, well. But Angie said, hey.
Yeah. Well.
God dang.
I know. I hate it, man. I was talking about the I'm going to figure that out. Because
I ain't mad at him or nothing. I just was like,
any headphone users, I'm sorry when that pops up because I know it is loud as hell.
It was
I'm
pretty tired by the end of it. I'm fairly certain that nothing nefarious was.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know the man as well as you do, but I'm fairly certain nothing nefarious was meant. Just hope. I don't believe that. I love that. I don't believe that it was.
I love that word.
No. Nefarious is a beautiful word.
It is a nice word. Got it. I think y'all might laugh at it, but the next book I think I'm going to buy is a new thesaurus.
Yes.
The who?
Yes.
A thesaurus, so I can use more syllables.
Levi.
synonyms. You know,
I bought a thesaurus, the worst thesaurus in the world the other day. Not only was it awful, it was fucking awful.
so not only awful, but little more.
Yeah, and it wasn't good either.
No, oh, I was so proud of my youngest. We went to a book sale at a library. You guys may have heard me say this before, but it's just, I love coincidence. I went to a book sale at a library with my youngest, and she bought a thesaurus. So I studied as a librarian. I bring my child to a library book sale, and she buys a book about words.
Yeah, dude, you got to pat yourself. You got to pat yourself on the back after that. You know,
Eileen, I'm so proud.
that's like a ball player. Their child, daughter or son, wanting to be a ball player. You know, same thing. You got the damn thesaurus going on though.
My brother was never into like hockey growing up, like not, but his kids definition of irony.
Yeah. Why is there not another word for it? Yeah, right.
That's like a Hedgebergian joke. I like that.
I like it, dude. Why is there not another word for it?
Exactly, but also it actually. I love that.
Well, I wish it would have been bigger.
You know the thing. That's what she said. The one thing I love about thesaurus also is it sounds like a ancient dinosaur.
Yeah, but
you know.
but who, like the most pedantic of dinosaurs, the one who came up with the spelling bee. That's not how you spell brontosaurus, you ingrate.
Brachiosauruses were omnivores.
James. That's what I like. James.
I believe.
Peace and long life, Mr. James.
James, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Links open for a little bit. Like I said, not going to be a long stream tonight, but
there are 35 minutes remaining in our allotted time before Mr. Casey
Here's
will be slaughtered live.
Doubtfire. I'm real slick with it, though. Think about this. Me and her agreed that if a beer is open before midnight, I get to finish that last beer. So
yes.
If 11:58 pops around and I get it in time, I get that last.
Oh, you got to stop drinking at midnight tonight?
It's not stop drinking, stop live streaming. That's what it is. She can't control me drinking. She can control how long I'm on because we agreed upon it, which is good because I don't like being up fucking 6 a.m. hammered and everything. You know, like don't do that.
Fucking hell! Burn my fingers.
God.
Fingers.
Yeah, beer is not going down like I want it to.
You have a beer?
Yeah, I if I knew you was going to be here 40 minutes, I'd have waited tomorrow to drink these.
Oh shit! We can get a couple.
Oh,
we got time. Like I said, 11:58.
I promise you, they wasn't no way these things were going to make it until tomorrow.
There you go. So, all right. Now at least I don't feel guilty. So.
Yeah, when you shut it down, I'm going live and cuss some fuckers out for about an hour, maybe. So you like that video I sent you? Said you wasn't expecting that?
No, dude. It was just funny that the goat had the most to say. It's like, you understand you're a goat, and he's like, I know it.
Dude, that AI shit is getting wild, dude. Like,
dude, it's getting real close to just real life shit. And
well, you know how you was seeing the Bigfoot ones?
Yeah.
Today I've been seeing white folk going into cotton fields and doing interviews with slaves picking cotton.
Yeah, and it looks like it's actually happening, dude. I mean,
it looks fucking real. Like a white guy said, what do you think about being a slave? He said, oh no, he said, what do you think about freedom? He said, what's freedom? He said, hell, I ain't even free in my dreams, so hell, I don't care. And he said, I love the way this cotton feels in my hand, and I walked down there. I'm like, God damn. Hell, I can't say anything on TikTok, but those videos are on TikTok with
Right.
millions of views.
How
And
long?
and it's not just the fact that it's there; it's blatant. Like you know what the fuck they're doing.
They're
Like,
making fun of slavery.
If it hasn't happened already, then how long is it before people are like they create an AI Christ that people can ask questions of? And
Well, there's already been a conspiracy theory for years about
son-
a blooping project to where that same shit can be projected in the sky and make it look like he's second coming.
I pray
that
that doesn't happen because that's gonna just.
But
Did you, by the way, did you?
gross perversion.
Two things happened today, randomly, but that plane crash that happened in India that was going to London, that 787, it was
41 people.
Air India 171, 241 out of 242 people passed. And dude, I saw a video that a group I'm on Facebook that has like
one guy survived.
only one person, and
He walked away.
They showed a video. They showed a video. He was in seat 11A. It said. I was kind of trying to find the schematics of the aircraft to see.
My God,
he just must have been the luckiest dude in the world. God had his back that day. But they showed a video of where they were picking up the people that had perished. And there was one person on a stretcher that they were bringing out. Dude, he was charred to no recognition. You know what Pompeii looked like?
Yeah.
Think of that, but just completely fucking charred, like charcoal.
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you this: India is already trying to say something else happened than what really happened. They're saying that the last guy there said, that lived said that he heard a big explosion before the plane went down. But if you're been in any avionics, I'm talking about the most basic avionics. You can tell when that plane took off, it was overloaded, like one of the Indian trains. The wings are like this right here. The wings, if you look at the wings, are bent up because they're trying to keep that lift to get it up. It just can't hold it. And it goes right back down.
There's multiple videos you can see it. It goes up so slowly, and
it's just overweighted. And the wings, if you look, the wings are just stretched out like that.
Wow!
It's just doing this, and you know it's going to stall because
it gets up. It just can't hold it, and it's. Dude, I flew remote control airplanes.
And here it goes. Goes. And when it hits, it's not good.
I flew remote control airplanes and had styrofoam wings on it. And I'd want to tape these little digital cameras at that time on the bottom, and they're kind of heavy with the batteries all in it. Mm-hmm. And I ended up having to tape. I had to buy a whole new wing because I put too much weight because it got it up there. It was just bent like that, and it just snapped. And well, I ended up having to put tape on it, reinforce it, and then when I had that weight, even then it would take it all I could, and the wings would just be bent. And when you look at that plane, I mean, the wings are up like this. If you look at them, we take all these are straight. The wings are like that on this bird.
And they keep the flaps, and
like a.
That's all.
They were under stress trying to keep great lift to get that weight off the ground.
Because it's propulsion. It's propulsion, but the carrying weight has to be taken into factor. Obviously,
every one of the engines was on just like it did when it took off. There wasn't no like they said of the big boom. No, that's what the guy who runs the country come down there and seen him and talked to him, but said, yeah, you need to say it's a big explosion. But no, they had it overloaded. You ever seen the Indian trains?
Oh, dude, it's horrible. What's going on?
Like they be sitting on top of it and all of it. They had that plane overloaded with 240 people and then whatever else cargo that was in it. They had it balanced.
I think
the plane can't carry that much.
I think the cargo, it could have been the passenger weight, or it could have been, obviously weight is weight.
240 passengers, and then every one of them with cargo, and then whatever else they're carrying too, and fuel.
Think on average, just say an average individual between men and women. If you had to say like an average weight, I would say, well, obviously men are going to weigh more usually because we're bigger mammals. But say the average weight is 180.
Hey, Mr. Whistle.
That's 180. That's 180 times 242 plus all the luggage that 242 people have on that ship, on the aircraft. I mean, and they have specifications on what they can lift off the ground with. They know this shit. There's no reason to go in the air if you're overloaded. That's when you have to wait. It doesn't matter if the passengers get mad or not. Would you rather be pissed off or dead? I think you'd rather be pissed off.
Well, being dead is not pissed off.
Oh, exactly. Well, you don't have it much to say anymore once that happens.
Man,
And I feel bad, dude. I feel
it's
bad.
dark in here.
There were a lot of children on that flight that I've already seen pictures of. There was one family that the husband had gotten his wife to drop her job, and they were going to move to London. That was their flight, and they had 3 children. Got that done, and all 5 of them gone because of that. It is. It's horrible. There's nothing else I can say besides it's a travesty. And the other thing I was gonna mention was now Israel bombing Iran. Get ready for that.
Iran done. They're already setting up a intercontinental ballistic missile, and
Yeah, the ICBM.
yeah.
God help us all.
Yeah, they're
Well,
Iran's declaring a state of emergency in their country because Israel's bombing the shit out of them.
well, they hit their whole fucking that nuclear center
They
too.
went to the capital. They went to Tehran. They're in their capital.
Yeah, they hit that big fucking nuclear power plant they got built there. That motherfucker kabloom.
Good Lord.
Well, let me tell you like this. They say it's safer to fly, but when you wreck, you usually die.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm really trying to get at, we don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of me and you, and whenever never promise that next day. So
That's true.
That's why you gotta take shit in stride, because there's so many things in life that, and I'm guilty of it probably more than either of you, but
you're guilty of something. I can't be your friend now. I'm leaving.
Yes, just weak
sorry.
for the species.
I take things that should be small and I start over analyzing. That's a guilty habit of mine that I need to work on. But at least I'm willing to understand. Well, 2 things. One, I'm self-aware enough that I know that I have that problem, but also I'm willing to work on it.
Elementary,
There's things in life that I get pissed about that I would not be here as pissed off.
Il fume un pipe.
Yeah, just
Il fume avec un pipe.
now stubbing your toe is going to piss anyone off, something like that. But
Right.
not the end of the world. You hit your shin on a tailgate. That's going to piss off.
Yep.
Things like that. But outside of just the spur of the moment things, who gives
Spur
a
of the
shit?
shins.
So Doubtfire,
Yes, sir.
when you get your Wegovy, you got to keep it in the refrigerator. But yeah, about 15 minutes before you stick it in you, let it sit in room temp.
Gotcha.
I done another one today. I'm like, I had to look to see if I had the damn needle in it again.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like click. I'm like, click. I'm like rubbing my belly right there. Ain't nothing liquid coming out. And the needle's so damn thin, you can't hardly see the son of a bitch in there. I was sitting there holding light and shit. No, it is. Fuck. It just don't hurt. I'd rather do that than take a pill. But I doubt I sleep. But I took it late. That shit was happening with Ginger. I was like, so if I'm taking it now, I'll forget it. I don't want to be waiting a whole day late. So I hit it. And I was sitting down there going, not that it wires you, but the first couple of hours that you take it, you feel kind of like alert.
I might
0455. That fire is in La La Land. He's.
Let's
get a closer look.
Hey, boys. Oh, actually, that helps a lot. Hey, thank you.
I
must.
I did do a rough today of a what do you call it? The golly. Well, anyway, I done an old. I changed our whole dialogue just to see what it would be like. I got it in old English. I got Doubtfire as a automatron mage.
There you go.
Yeah, you're an automaton mage. I'm a king. KC is my fearless knight and adorned in crimson red commander's armor.
Now that's badass right there.
Look at that little spaceship action going right there.
Yeah, we got the Oilers lights.
Let's check on the game. Now that you talked about the order, we gotta figure it out.
I just thought the moon looked cool, but
Tied up 14-20.
The moon.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can't see ours tonight. We got lightning and stuff.
Damn.
I'm gonna take a massive drink just because I love y'all and I love.
Well, you got to get 3 beer in before it in 30 minutes, so you better get to drinking. You already said it.
I will come back with 3 beer.
All right, here we go. We got to.
Well, I mean, you can leave. I hold this open. You just sit here and finish my beer.
I need you to count down. I need you to count down real quick, Pops. I need a 5-second poll on this.
Once midnight hits, we're ending the stream. So
after my last beer before midnight, after that's finished, we end the stream. We already agreed on that beforehand. All right, I need you to count down from 5 once I start taking a drink. You ready? Here we go.
I'm gonna try to get ready. I ain't ready. You said a countdown. You want me to do it like this, like, or
can't do that? Shit. 5, 4, 3. Once it hits 1-0, then I'll quit drinking.
1-0.
Thing, but I'd like to get like half of it. Here we go. 3.
What is for counting?
1, 2, 3, 4. Pizzavo.
Perfect.
What's that?
Daughter-in-law, how are you doing?
Take your headset out.
What's this game? Can I
say, hey, daughter-in-law, how are you doing?
Nobody's gonna run it.
She's mad at me for going live.
We're gonna end the stream at midnight.
We have 20.
I said, hey, daughter-in-law, love you. I didn't say, hey, I'm gonna keep the live stream open. Every time you tell me you love me, I say I love you back. And look, all right, I'll remember that.
That motherfucker is crazy. I'll tell you this. I'm sticking to what we had talked about before. As long as I don't open a beer past midnight, I am allowed to keep the stream for that last beer.
Think about this. Go get a whole 6-pack and open them all now.
No, see, that's cheating the system. I mean, it would be smart. It would have been smart, but man, I don't feel like
Doc Holliday said, my hypocrisy goes only so far.
Exactly. I don't feel like getting roasted all fucking night. So
yes. What is game chug of beer count to 5? May it play live? Hey,
wait, let's do it again. Doubtfire, hold on, give me 1 sec. I'm ready to do it again. I
wish to play a game chug of beer.
Pops did a perfect count, and I think you'll probably be able to finish it. I wasn't trying to, I'm not ready for that. Here we go. Hold on 1 sec, Pops. All right.
I thought you fixed to play a little harmonica for a minute.
3, 2, 1. Doubtfire. Cheers.
Cheers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought Doubtfire was gonna be done before I got through counting.
I'm down to here now, but that was 2. I am down to here.
I weren't, but there was foam.
Oh, you hit the foam? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was unable to empty the can before the count of 5. But
I wish Twilight that I was on Central Time, but sadly I'm on Eastern, so we gotta.
Well, I mean, technically, it's that time there, which we can. We should have an internet time. Let's do that. Let's start it now. It is 9:30 internet time.
Yeah,
you're just asking for me to get smacked, man. trying to do that shit. I don't want to
My-
get smacked tonight. I'm good.
My day went from a shit day to a pretty good day. So my wife has got to come home, and
I'm glad. See, and I was close. You remember the first message I sent back? I said maybe dehydration. Well, electrolyte balance about as close as you can get to being dehydrated. So I was on the right track.
potassium is fruit and
Man,
yeah.
get hey Pops, when you go to the grocery again, get you some bananas. That's a great.
Kazakhstan is #1 exporter of potassium. All other countries have inferior potassium.
I just don't care for bananas besides in cereal. Like if I have cereal, I like to dice them up and put it in it. But I don't like eating them by themselves because it looks good.
This was my favorite way to eat the cereal as a school kid, with the slices of the banana.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of the
doesn't matter what the cereal is, yeah, just fucking get me a banana, dice her up in there.
I like strawberries in mine. I wouldn't always too much on bananas in mine.
I could do both. I could go with both of those. I go some diced up like a couple strawberries and a banana.
Like strawberries and Cheerios, just no sugar, just strawberries and Cheerios, just about 5 or 6 halves or something like that. And
I was guilty of.
What the fuck was that?
That's Keith on motos. No, that was. It's the weather today was exceptional, so everybody within however many miles that has a motorcycle or a drop top or anything that's
No. Yeah, I got this. I got brand new fresh right here. Can I see that one? Yeah, when I get through with it.
Mom, you feeling better?
You want a problem? I'll solve it. Check out my DJ while you revolves it.
Pops,
he's got the
Mom, I'm glad she's feeling better. Casey says he's glad you're feeling better, Mom.
That's not even the right song, but that's what popped into my head.
Casey said that if you had died, he was going to try to move me up there.
No, I didn't. That is.
He didn't say that. He said he's glad you're okay.
Fuck off, BC. Is that true?
It is true. They just put it in overtime.
Yes. Oh my God.
Well, there you go.
I bet some of the nicest Canadians are saying "fuck" right now. You know what?
I might see it again in my lifetime. I might. See it.
There you go. There's your final overtime. Edmonton got.
You all right? Don't kill yourself. You almost died earlier.
Good job, boys. I'm proud. I want this series to go 7. I want this to go 7 games.
Oh my God.
That's a hell of a comeback. And hey, even when Florida had you on the ropes again, tying it up at the very end, you still weathered it. So.
Here, take a sip of this.
Yes. 3-0 after 1.
Baby, they said you need potassium.
Overtime.
Baby, they say you need potassium. Where's the fucking? This shit got potassium in it.
I don't think beer does. You got some protein.
Oh my God.
It's got a lot of P words on there.
Yeah.
We probably could rob a few letters from here and there and make potassium, and you still be able to read it pretty good.
Potassium.
It's like potassium or possum with a P.
No possum in my life.
Opossum. Potassium.
I still had a random stray cat walk in today earlier, and Pap thought it was midnight. That was hilarious. You could never have scripted that.
You had was it a boy? He's trying to get in there. He's trying to get on.
It was a male. It was a male cat. Yeah.
Hey, let me go on. What you got in there? I went fine.
All black, just like midnight. Looked like midnight. That's why he.
You have a bunch of midnightlets.
Probably get a little chunk of change for just some of them, you know.
Well, we got a litter, 100 apiece. There you Sell them for feeder cats. You know, might find a good restaurant for them, or maybe feed a python or two.
I'm not ever doing that. You know
What?
that.
It's a dog eat snake eat cat world.
I'm not selling midnight kittens to be cooked as food. Never. You know better than that. Period.
Well, I mean, I hear cats are delicious. I mean,
No, they're not.
I've had some really bad Chinese food, and I was like, man, that's some good cat. I was like, man, that's some fucked up tasty chicken. Should be dry and stringy.
I do want to say that the Cubs beat the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight 3-2. So happy about that. Shout out to the Cubs. Cheers. If you don't drink,
I think the Cubs need to grow up. They've been fucking that for 80-something fucking years now.
We're 42-27, so we're 15 games over 500. We're having a good year.
It's a secret cabal about Bo. The problem with the Bo Jackson idea was he just got too good at it. But when they get too good for baseball, they graduate to the football. The Cubs to the
right.
Oh yeah. But then that means that's why you don't see too many Cubs do it, because Bo Jackson got vascular necrosis from a dislocated hip as a running back.
I did not know that about Bo.
It was a Raider.
Oh, they're different sports.
The Cubs grow to be Bears. Yeah.
Vascular necrosis when your leg it
cuts off the blood
supply. When it pulls it out of socket and then it goes back in, the blood vessels crimp, right? Because from being extended, and then they crimp, and then it just don't get the blood flow, and it wears out.
You know what a crimp sleeve is?
Crimp sleeve you talking about in the cartilage of your knee?
No, I'm talking about electrical work. I didn't know if you knew what it is. When you're grounding something, it's a little brass piece, and when you crimp it down, it's called a crimp sleeve. That's something that
you talking about crimp sleeves, like I've seen where you take two ground wires and you can lock them together.
Lock them with them.
Yeah. I know that.
Oh,
but when you say crimp,
the septum little like they have yellow plastic on the outside, and you screws them over or is that something entirely different?
Oh, you talk wire nut.
Yeah,
wire nuts are
I'm just desperately trying to relate.
You did a good
shit about electrical, but it's fun to participate.
I know I can wire up I can wire up all heat and air units you can think of. I can do the outside. I can do the inside. I can do splits. I can do mini splits. I can upgrade the service to make sure it can run an extra 240. But that's all I can do. I can't wire a house. I can put the covers over the receptacle though when they need to be put back on.
I'll pay you $1. I'll pay you $1. Fucking
receptacle
cover, every cover. Yeah,
I know how to put the receptacles in too now. I know where the black wire and the white wire goes.
Yeah, you got your hot
man.
You got a little ground. You want to get that on the little green, and then got both sides make the hooks where they turn back the right way. So when you tighten it, it pulls the wire down in it, not squeeze it out.
I'm proud of you. And I'll give you $2. $3
in our house.
$3 a piece if you have a big ass house.
When it was first built, whoever wired
$3 a piece. That's
whoever did.
You start doing switches. $5 for 3-leg switches.
The Cat 6 data cable. There was current flowing through the data cable. Like we had to have an electrician come in and track why electricity was coming through Cat 5, like Cat 6.
Doubtfire, you gonna drink this beer?
Hold on, I got one more electrical story I got to tell before you drink the beer.
This is the microphone. I got to know real quick. Are you gonna drink this beer? Because I got to finish this one before midnight so I can get one more beer.
Before midnight. Now, is you talking about your cat or a time?
Time.
Would you specific when y'all talked about it? I mean,
We're specific. It's got to be before midnight where I open it.
you got to quit doing the mic thing. Like you might be moving a little wiener pointing it at me or something.
I'll tell you what.
Dildo all day. Oh,
Shit. Right here. Here. I'll pass the
I'll pass the
mic here. Here it is. Here's the mic. Doubtfire. High potassium foods. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, and
Thank you, Twilight. Ginger,
eggplant and pumpkin, carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and legume beans and peas.
Twilight put in here high potassium foods: leafy greens, spinach, kale, silver beets, cucumbers, zucchini, eggplants, pumpkin, carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes.
Oh, honey, they gave me a whole list.
Well, I mean, she was helping, and I was going. She took the time to type it all in. I thought take time. I ain't done. Beans and peas. All right, I'm done.
Tell her I said thank you.
You said thank you.
You're welcome.
Folks looking out for you, Miss Ginger.
Yeah, people looking out for you. That's what that is.
There is all. I mean,
that's all that matters.
I mean, you
got a good heart and you got a good soul.
You called me when he was there, so I'd have called him if you were there. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was just trying not to annoy Pops when that was going on because I was like, I know you're going to be busy, so just get a hold of me when you can, and that's what happened.
Well, yeah. Well, when I got there, I had Wi-Fi and shit, so I just kind of TikTok stuff, and then I talked to you a little bit, but I didn't know anything. I could have sent you 1,000 messages, but I would have all been the same. You know, she's just laying right there. She was feeling pretty rough when I got there. They gave her some aspirin. She had to chew that shit up. They gave her potassium. 2 big potassium pills. They were amazed that she could swallow both of them at one time because they look like the size of silver dollars.
Man, you gotta. Hey, I ain't gonna say what I want to.
I respect Miss Ginger, but because you've got headphones.
Oh no! When she did that, I didn't blush. The 2 black girls did though. When like, oh goddamn, the white will be. I about said I'm 3% African, but I didn't. I said it might have been a little bit.
The man knew. He was like, my brother. You. I mean, you know it.
How many did you get, Bob? You get a
man.
You get a
and God bless her too.
You get a 6-pack of the 24-ounce?
Well, we walked in. We was gonna stop and get a little sandwich, and I this is how I worked this in. I was like, I said, oh look, canned bread. I want to try it. And then Nova was like totally blissful. She was like, all right, she was like going to buy me whatever I wanted to eat, but I knew she wouldn't be able to buy it because it's alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Ginger has some money. She gets paid in the morning, so we were pretty. I knew it was feasible. I said, canned bread. It's like, canned bread. I don't see it. I said, it's right there. I said, 2 cans for $5. And Nova's like, what? I said, right there in the big blue can. I'm pointing at one of these. Like, he said, that's beer, Daddy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And then Ginger, here comes Ginger. Well, how much is it?
Yes.
I was like, there's 2 for $5 here. She's like, we'll get you 2.
Sale.
I like canned bread or what I saved in the beginning. I was like canned food or I forget what I was saying. Canned biscuits, maybe.
It's a baked good smoothie. It's a bread smoothie, darling.
Yeah, if we'd had more than $6, I'd have had 3 of these suckers. But
also historically relevant about, like you told us about the preservation of medieval water and such. And somebody discovered, hey.
I was stressed the fuck out when she called me and told me what was going on. I was like, well, you need to call an ambulance. I said, I can't take you there. I can't do anything. But if you're having these problems, call 911.
Yeah.
and she waited 15 minutes, talked to Nova about it, and I was like, what did Daddy say? Call 911. And Nova said, why are you talking to me then, Mama? You got to call 911. Daddy said call 911. You need to call 911.
Just for the once again for Miss Nova, he was in the background when Miss Ginger was calling me, and you were there, and like I got to get there, and like, she started to. I've been following.
Hey, that's the same way with her, man.
And Miss Nova was there, like, Mom, don't worry about it. She was a fucking, sorry about the language. Miss Nova was a fucking superstar.
Oh, she's fucking calm as a cucumber. Yeah. She's fucking calm. I mean, you know,
like water off the duck's back. She was.
It's fucking.
I was so impressed. Like, and Miss Ginger even said, "Yeah, that's Nova. They're saving the day or something." She said, "That's keeping it together." I said, "No worries. What do you need? Where do I send? Like, what needs to happen?"
Oh, dude, well, man, I'm in debt with you, but I can tell you, but goddamn, so you just don't know what it meant for me. But you know, like when we pulled up and I was coming in there and Ginger said it was fucking bucketing raining. I mean, when I tell you that it's raining so hard, I don't want to exaggerate it, but I want you to know how it is too.
Rugby 7-2-1. There you go.
It on a flat plane. Mm-hmm. There was that much rain on it because it was raining so hard that the water couldn't go nowhere because it was backed up by the other water trying to get in the gutters. My fucking dude, these socks right here. Look at that. You see them? I'm in my fucking nicest fucking shoes. My $130 shoes ain't being wet one goddamn time. Every time me just kind of cleaning them lightly. But I got wring these goddamn socks out. That was me. I couldn't run. You couldn't run because if you start running, it would splash. Now it's raining upside down and downside up. And I've got my wife. She left her jacket in the car, so I'm running, not running, trying to run, but I can't run now. I'm walking because I'm dry walking.
Right.
And my pants, I still got it. Look, I still got these on. My fucking pants legs still wet right there. So.
They're soaked up too.
I was sitting in there like damn hospital going.
You just got to accept. You're like, it's coming down, but I'm going so fast that it's coming up too. Like I'm gonna get it wet.
You got 250-pound man trying to trot in an inch of water. You gonna splash. 11-foot sole going, 11-inch sole going every time.
Y'all have a great night. I'll be in Kentucky at 6. Good night, Miss Cobra Dragon. Twilight, say good night.
Thank you, Twilight.
Good night to you as well. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it, and especially for the score updates.
I love that picture. Yeah. I'm beginning to think that for some of you, the wheels on the bus do not go round and round.
Wheels on the bus go squaring down.
Bump, bump, ow. Love it.
Talking about some shaking human syndrome right there. We going down the road beeping and bopping like that.
Perhaps if you do go live afterwards, if you're planning to, just let me know. I'll just.
I got a whole nother beer to drink.
Yeah, I got one more after for me.
Yeah. What you doing that fire? You still going to? You got enough time to have another one of these? I mean, or do you want to hang out privately?
It's probably going to be 20 minutes for me. I still got like 20 minutes.
I mean, are you done for the night? You just have to not be public.
I'm keen either way, but
well, I'm not talking about KC. I mean, if he's not
1, 2, 3 o'clock,
Well, I mean, if KC's not, if the deal is he don't have to be public. But if he's going to be done and shutting her down after 12, we go hit the spotlight.
You could still have a beer though and have a good for your own. Happy 1 hour to myself.
Selfie. Happy 1 hour.
What's going on, Scar?
Is it time? Are we too late or we're too early to?
We got 6 minutes.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, you talking GTA?
Oh, I love that game, but that far when I'm drinking, my gaming fingers
You know what?
is
That's a good point.
kind of holding beer.
Just
Preoccupied fingers.
touche. They call
Nah,
hacks.
I had thought about it, but yeah, when I drink Xanax is cocaine, I can't play game.
Next time. Fair enough.
I had a buddy.
Hey,
I had a buddy one.
the way that game, the way you can run at someone and just lunge. Wow. Oh,
And they go,
that is so fucking satisfying.
no, the bat when you walk up to him and go, bing.
Oh, wow. But a digital way, that impulse. I think that game, I think of the Matrix, that little guy in the Matrix, and he said, to deny our own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human. Like, yeah, the things you can do and the things you can simulate in the game are repulsive.
I'm not doing it.
We have those thoughts, though. Like, we as a species, those emotions are real. The things that you can simulate in that game make us feel, and
it just makes us human.
Yes.
I mean,
if it's part of being human, then to explore it in a simulated manner is surely better than accidentally discovering it when you.
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating. Sure, if you don't like it, then obviously don't play it because it's. But
yes, running up on somebody and hitting them in the back of the damn head with a baseball bat is not something you're going to do in real life. But in the game, you know,
if a guy in the streets, hey man, fuck you,
I can get out and
like you would have to say, all right, fair enough, all right, and chew on it and go home because he might have a gun, you know.
Yeah,
it's not worth dying over. You're like, what a prick.
You should. I've got my whole organization. You know what the name of it is, KC? Nickel Hunters.
Nickel Hunters. There you go.
Yeah. We be hunting nickels.
There you go. NICKELS.
Yes.
That's
what ain't that how you spell nickels?
I told you. Look how close I was. I said 11:58. It's 11:57. So I get one more beer. That's the.
No, you ain't opened it yet. You better get to stepping.
Get thee hence.
And I know what you know. He been hanging out lively here, lately. She wants some KC time. You can't blame her.
Miss Dragon was quite specific about, and to let's be honest,
I think it's about
reasonable.
keeping a promise is what she wants. You know, make the deal, keep the deal.
Yeah, and that's fine because I'm gonna wait till 11:58 because I like that time now.
Hey, if you're keeping deals with her, you got leverage to keep deals that she makes. So
just sticking. All right. Well, in solidarity, as per Mr. Bounty's gesture, and in solidarity with Miss Dragon.
Let me.
See, I'm scared to open my beer because I'm
deal.
Drinking too fast. I don't have to wait. I just can't take it.
For letting us, for like participating and facilitating this evening's gathering.
Don't ever threaten me with a closed beer.
Well, now it's leaking old beer. I don't want that in the carpet.
Rugby 721. Rugby always deserves a shout out. Midnight does as well.
All right.
What are we doing? Man, I got a whole nother beer to drink.
Well, I got a whole beer to drink.
That's the half a beer compared to what I got to drink left.
Technically, yes, it is mathematically half a beer that you got. So,
Well,
Well, it's,
oh, you got the 25 ounce. That's less than.
I got one more ounce than he's got.
oh, you got 25 ounce?
He's
Okay.
25 ounce. Yeah.
A little bit more than half, yeah. Half less.
Ooh,
Yeah.
just a little bit more. What the fuck?
I'm finishing this beer, and that is that. Happy birthday to beer. Today was the day beer was invented in the Mesopotamian times, way back. I'm talking way back.
A long time ago, way back in history, when all there was to drink was none of my cups of tea. Along
Civilizations.
by the name of Charlie Mops. He invented a wonderful drink. He made it out of hops. He may have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king. And to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us. He's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 diddly beer, 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 and so on and so forth.
Dude, the Egyptians actually worshipped beer. To tell you how important it was, they like a god of.
There's a lot of new evidence that proves that and shows that it wasn't slave work that was building it always. You know, at one point that they were working for food, like they were giving them beer and food.
Mhm.
So like that, it was a commodity. Like you get certain things, like we say food. It might be grains and things like that. Like being able to have an EBT card here today, but not having to build no fucking pyramid.
It's an exchange valued.
Right, but beer was one of the things. Beer was a commodity because it had nourishment. It also gave you a feeling, and you work with it.
People like that feeling. That's why they went back to work. They're like, "Fuck yeah, we didn't get some of
But
that."
the same pathogens that made people sick these days still made people sick those days.
Yeah,
So you couldn't just go drink from the river. You had to sterilize the water like you would today. But if you were going to have,
oil in the.
what up, Josh?
well, yeah, you could bull it. But here's the thing: you could bull the shit out of it. But then once you start traveling across on water and stuff, that bulled water turns stagnant over time. So before rum was invented, the way that they traveled far distances and stuff for trade and stuff was barrels of beer. That beer would stay with
as a preservative, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So large, you could. One of the biggest contributors to large civilizations back in the when they first started was the invention of beer, where they could store, and wine too, where they could store hydration. And just the thing about it is that the alcohol is what kept it sterile.
Everybody knows, like the Romans. Everybody talks about the battles and Caesar and the Republic, but what they did,
What about you got stoned anyway?
what they did, they regulated food production and had the technology and the systems to distribute it to their empire.
What are you doing, dude? I'm sorry, my cat's fucking with me. She's
Otherwise, like absent of the technology that we have now,
look at her paw.
humanity's like maybe prior to the Industrial Revolution, humanity was almost entirely devoted to food production because there was no other way to have food than to grow it your own fucking self because there's no grocery store to go to. But the Industrial Revolution.
It hurts.
Oh no, brother. Taketh thou thy time. I must not fear. Where's the mind killer?
Yea, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me.
With me.
You learn that at the Church of the Latter-day Saints.
They comfort me.
Come
The
one,
la-
come
the
all.
Master Day Saints.
Yeah, the Last Day Snakes. Listen,
Yeah.
Josh, you
This
getting her done.
not want.
I didn't know KC learned that the same week he went to church.
Yeah, we're trying to educate the community, and
For thou art with me. Thy
Shit.
rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou
Y'all
preparest
still using
Though I walk through the
you,
valley,
you still using Adderall and vodka for communion?
there are no evil. For
Thou
thou-
anointings my cup with
well,
oil.
that's what brings the
Oh,
people
oh,
in. You know, we got to get new members in there, and
Right.
bring them, and
Mr. KC, if I was to share a link to a song, Bobby McFerrin recorded a choral version of the 23rd Psalm, but it was as a tribute to his mother. So, like, obviously the pronouns are different, but would you mind listening to it before we have to end this evening's live stream?
as long as it's not going to fuck with my channel, yeah.
You talking about the Wizard of Oz ones when you showed me?
No, but it's the same guy, but he does. But Bobby McFerrin singing the 23rd Psalm.
So it's not something I had to worry about a copyright, correct? Okay.
I don't.
I don't know. It's Bobby McFerrin. You know who he is, right?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I just don't like waking up and I got fucking you're getting
It won't,
and all that shit.
no, it
I
won't go
don't
against
know
you.
for certain. So yeah, we'll err on the side of wait till we go off live, and I'd like to play it for you before you and Mrs. Regan leave for the evening.
Now you need to read. You need to read the copyright claims, because a lot of them will tell you say there's copyright claim, but the owner of this is allowed it used.
Yep.
So, but you'll still get a notification, and it'll look
We'll say
nefarious. I got to use it.
It's beautiful, Casey. Like the way
I used it.
What is it? You shared that lovely. Like the
You
way
can see
that
that's where you missed it.
shared it. I did. I really did.
I used nefarious in a sentence, and it was fucking wonderful.
I did.
And now I don't even know the sentence that I use it in. I can only remember nefarious right now. So
great word.
Yeah.
NEFARIOUS, I believe.
I don't know the clap because I can't spell it. Say it.
I believe. I just believe in my heart. Josh, I love you. Fuck the Eagles. Cheers.
Right. Cheers.
I mean, you hate my team. I hate your team. It's just how it goes.
For the record,
Casey,
No, I don't really. If you're a Cowboys fan, I'd hate you more.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
so are we playing the song for the end of the night? Because I know that beer's
no different song.
I think he's playing it on the off.
He says Cowboys.
Pops, you know if it'll fuck with my channel or not. So if it's not gonna,
No, I don't. No, I couldn't tell you that stuff. I could tell you.
I would say after KC decides to delivenate, before we leave, I'd really like you to hear Bobby McFerrin's 23rd.
that's fair.
song
I got.
that he sang as a tribute to his
About
mother.
halfway.
Yeah, a little under half, I think.
But
Yeah, you don't-
daughter-in-law is
Yeah.
wanting you. Right now is a key time. You need to keep that promise, son. I promise you. I know I'm
That's
talking.
why I'm just finishing this beer. You know?
How about if we delivenate now and then we listen to the song?
No,
Well,
we
I
got
have this
to finish with the beer. This beer's got to be gone beforehand because that was my promise, and we had agreed that as long as the beer was open before midnight, it was acceptable. So
Well,
Yeah.
in the spirit of that agreement, and as a man like Mr. Bounty here, let me as a fellow who's been with her for 20 years and married for 17 or 15. Doubtfire, choose your next words very fucking carefully. With her for 25 years, but like damn near married for 18. May I provide the following
1 second.
interpretive dance
All right.
You're damn right.
Oh,
But the following is an interpretive dance because I really want you to hear this song before Miss Dragon loses her patience. So
She can't lose her patience. I look at that. Truth. I said exactly what I was gonna do, so she can't lose her patience.
Well, sometimes I got to be on her side about things too, son.
in this instance, like
I'm just saying we privately had talked about this and it's already agreed upon. So there's no reason.
but
She
and
can't
that's all
be mad at me.
true.
I can't be mad at her. We
But
did
that
say
is all
midnight is a cutoff, but we also said
That's
that's why I had to hurry up. I didn't want to drink those 2 beers that fast, but I did because if I got it done, and
may
opened one
I
before-
cite the universal code of utter irrelevance, section 42/ logic mattereth not when her ladyship's patience has expired.
It's easier to live on the roof of the house than it is inside the house with a man, wife, or woman.
She's not
hey,
wrong.
I'm just waiting for that right
now.
She's taking it better than both of y'all. She's not saying anything towards me right
This
now.
dragon is best kind, but that's what we're
I
trying
mean,
to
she might throw a hurry up in here occasionally, hurry up a little bit, but she's not
Right.
mad. I've
Miss
seen her.
Dragon, I apologize. I just want to say it occurred to me that we might be like patronizing you a bit by speaking on your.
Well, I want to make sure that
Yes,
I want to
go. Yes, absolutely.
Patronizing? No, man.
Ah, damn! I hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to knock it down that fast. I think Casey knocked it down trying to do the same thing I was doing.
I didn't knock it down. I didn't press anything.
Oh, you didn't? I'm just drunk. 11-11. Y'all missed it.
Make a wish. Damn it.
Oh, well, that's
Oh yeah, check it out. He's right.
Here,
Fuck
Dan.
hey, Texas 11.
Not here. It's 12-11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
do you know where
We're
else?
in, we're in the future, Levi.
41? And if
he's in Central Time in Texas.
Yeah.
Levi, I'm gonna tell you the secrets of time. It's 12 here. Nothing's really changed. So
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty much
we're an
same.
hour ahead of you, but it's
Yeah.
going to be the same in an hour. So.
yeah, here in an hour you'll be the same thing.
The world will still be twirling on its axis. So
Look at world
You
clock.
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Mr.
Yeah.
Sam told me about Adelaide.
Yeah, you got Adelaide, you got St. John's, and New York.
Yes,
But the reason
Pacific time.
that Mr. Sam told me about there's a region in Australia that it's, and I suspect I've never bothered to confirm this because I'm lazy, but I think it's because Newfoundland, the portion of Newfoundland and the sliver of Labrador that is also on our island time zone, not all of the whole province, like geographically, most of the province is on Atlantic time, which is only 1 hour ahead of Eastern, which is far less fucky to deal with. But I think it's because whatever deeply dorky reason led to the creation or the mathematical creation of time zones in the
Time
first.
zones, yeah.
There's some whatever deeply dorky non-arts brain math led to the creation of time zones. We are geographically, I am geographically, in fact, in the unlikely, well, in the event that you are either watching this now or might be watching it later, and you are in Adelaide, how does it feel to have a half-hour time zone? Because at least, like, I live on an island.
Pretty powerful.
So in Adelaide, like, what's the border of? I can't imagine having a land border between half-hour time zones. Like, I wanted to talk to someone. I would like to interview someone all of a sudden who lives on the border of that time zone.
Right.
Hey,
Lives in 9 o'clock, but works in 8:30.
hey, son, I want to show you something, homie.
How does that affect? Does it affect daily life?
Exactly.
How would that person know if they've never lived anywhere else? If they have, is it different? If so, why? I have questions. Could AI answer them?
Tell me what you see. I mean, Sean's live. So if you shut down, I'm gonna go drink my beer over there with him.
I didn't even know Sean was live. Shit.
Yeah, Sean's live, but that ain't what I'm talking about. I want you to say, look, when I like drink, there's Hank and Waylon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going over here. The other stuff. Look, there's that stuff I play. There's all my other stuff I play. You get down here, you see Music Night, Kenny Rogers, Dove Hive, 30s Retro, and then you get over here. What do you see right there?
Is that
that's
Speed Racer is in pop music mix.
Yeah, that is the Indiana
Is
Pacers.
that a ladies thing?
Yeah.
Of the opera.
Yeah, that's the clown guy singing the Promise song, Holy Diver. Promise, Holy Diver live in Puddles Pity Party.
I'm sure I was referring to the young.
I feel bad. I didn't even
music of the night with the piano. Is that the Phantom of the Opera? Because I love that fucking song. Is that what she's singing? And if so,
that is Speed Racer. Like that.
It is Speed Racer, and it said Music Mitch, pop music, personalized playlist for you, updated today. And my YouTube made me a personal playlist today, and they added Speed Racer to it.
Abandon
Speed Racer kind of is, bro. I feel bad
to resist the notes I write.
That's good, dude. You know what I mean?
I compose the music of the night. I watched. It was only the fourth time that my parents brought me to the Phantom of the Opera that I was able to get through the whole fucking show. And in less than 10 seconds, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, we hit it.
Live stream. And if we don't shut it down here, then there it is. Now, for the love of God, shut it off so I can play Bobby McFerrin singing the 23rd Psalm.
No, I want
Miss Dragon kills you.
I want you guys to finish your night over on Sean's because I feel bad. If I would have known he was live, I would have joined his.
The live stream.
Man, I don't
fucking song for you.
Okay. Elfire's pretty adamant about this, so I want to hear it.
I want you and Miss Dragon to hear this. It'll be sweet and it'll be lovely, but her patience.
Running thin, I can tell. So I'm gonna let everyone know. I'm gonna let everyone know. Thanks for hanging out.
I love you all, but I really want to play this song for this man. So you have a good night.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, everybody. I was so weird to hear this, but the live stream will be gone.
Oh,
all y'all coming up.
It's good morning here. It's good afternoon in Adelaide. But in case I don't see you,
oh yeah,
where's the